Question number 44. Identify the structures of microsporangium which help in the dehiscence of pollen sacs. Options. 1. Thin-walled cells of epidermis present between the pollen sacs. 2. Innermost layer of microsporangial wall that nourishes the developing pollen grains. 3. Cells of the nutritive layer which possess dense cytoplasm and more than one nucleus. 4. The layer below the epidermis that contains radially expanded fibrous thickenings. Okay. The correct options we had to choose from the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come to first one, that is thin-walled cells of epidermis present between pollen sacs. The thin-walled cells which are present between the pollen sacs, which are the part of epidermis, are called as stomium cells. So here the stomium cells will help in the dehiscence of anther wall. So 1 is correct. And the 2 is related to innermost layer of sporangial wall that nourishes the developing pollen grains. Innermost layer of anther wall is tapetum, which is giving the nourishment to the developing pollen grains. So this is a nourishment tissue, but it is not, and this is not the tissue which is helping in the dehiscence pattern. So it is incorrect. Third one, cells of nutritive tissue which possess dense cytoplasm and more than one nucleus. This is also the character related to tapetum only. So already we said that it is a nutritive tissue but not a tissue which helping in the dehiscence of anther wall. Then coming to fourth one. Okay, the layer which is present below the epidermis containing radially expanded fibrous thickenings. So this is a character related to the endothecium. Endothecium is a layer which is present just below the epidermis and helping in the dehiscence of anther wall. So that 1 and 4 are correct related to the question. So question number 44, the correct answer is 1 and 4. Correct answer is 1. Question number 45, identify the harmful effects of pollen grains of many plant species in human beings. 1. Asthma. 2. Bronchitis. 3. Pollen allergy. 4. Decrease the performance of athletes. The correct answers is 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1 and 4, 4, 2 and 4. Okay, here pollen grains are in some of the plants they are not useful, or we can say they are causing some harm to the human beings, and in some of the plants the pollen grains which are released are useful for human beings also. Like what are the negative effects or harmful effects of these pollen grains on human beings is, one is they cause asthma, so that is correct, and some of the plants they cause bronchitis, that is a disease related to the respiratory tracts, so that is 2, that is also correct. And third one is pollen allergy. So pollen allergy means if the pollen grains touch our skin, a sort of allergy will be observed on the skin and other parts of the plant body, so that is 3. So 1, 2 and 3 are the harmful effects of the pollen grains. Here we have to discuss about one plant called as Parthenium plant. So this is not a native of India, but it was brought along with some useful plants to India. It is a weed plant and it is causing a lot of harm to the human beings by the 3 effects, that is the pollen grains which are released into the air, they cause asthma, bronchitis and pollen allergy also. And when it comes to a useful effect, there are some plants in which the pollen grains are providing high energy also. That is the reason why in some of the countries the pollen grains are used in making medicines, or they are available in the syrup, in the form of syrup or tablets, which are useful for the athletes, which will increase the energy or efficiency of the athletes and also in the horses. So in the fourth option it is given as decrease the performance of athletes is a wrong statement. So 4 is wrong. So that in the question they are asking about the harmful effects, so that 1, 2 and 3 are correct related to the answer. Question number 45, correct answer is 2. Question number 46, arrange the following parts of embryo sac from micropylar, that is anterior end to the chelazal, that is posterior end. 1. Egg apparatus. 2. Polar nuclei. 3. Filiform apparatus. 4 antipodals. Okay, let's see the structures present inside the embryo sac. Okay, this is the diagram of embryo sac. Okay, here these two are called as synergids, and this is a egg cell. These are the filiform apparatus which are present in synergids. This is a central cell, or we can call it as secondary nucleus, and these are antipodals. So this is a diagram of an embryo sac containing 7 cells and 8 nuclei. Here the 3 cells, this part is called as egg apparatus, and these 3 commonly called as antipodals. Okay, here this is a micropylar end or anterior end. This is a chelazal end or posterior end. So let's see the arrangement of the cells from micropylar to the chelazal end. So that is the uppermost one will be the filiform apparatus. Here Roman number 3 is given as a filiform apparatus. So 3 here. Next one, it is given as a egg nucleus. This is the nucleus of the egg. That means if you compare the position of nucleus of the egg to that of the filiform apparatus are very near to the micropylar side. So next coming to the egg nucleus, that is Roman number 1. Then the polar nuclei. So where are these polar nuclei? Means the polar nuclei are formed, or polar nuclei are the structures which are fused to form the secondary nucleus. That means the position of second nucleus is nothing but the position of polar nuclei, that is Roman number 2. And antipodals which are extremely present towards the chelazal end, that is 4. The correct sequence of cells present in the embryo sac from anterior, that is micropylar, to the posterior, that is chelazal end, is filiform apparatus, egg cell, polar nuclei, and the antipodals. So question number 46, the correct answer is 2. Question number 47, arrange the following events of epihydrophilous pollination in Vallisneria in correct sequence. Options: 1. Male flowers reach the female flowers and stigma. 2. Female flowers reach the surface of waters by their long stalks. 3. Release of male flowers onto the surface of water. 4. Male flowers carried passively by water currents. So here the 4 are given which are taking place during the process of pollination in Vallisneria plant. As we know that Vallisneria is a dioecious plant where male and female plants are separately present, and here during the process what happens is the female flower will come to the surface of the water. After that, what happens is the male flowers are released which are passively moving on the surface of the waters. As and when this stigma and the male flower will come in contact with each other, so what happens that anthers or the male flowers will stick to the stigma, and this female flower will once again come to the original position. So these are the changes which are taking place during the epihydrophilous condition. So in the given options we can say that 2 is the first one, that is female flowers reach the surface of waters by their long stalks. The next one will be the Roman number 3, that is release of male flowers onto the surface of the waters. Then 4, that is male flowers carried passively by the water currents. Then 1, that is male flowers reach the female flowers and stigma. So these are the correct sequence of changes which are taking place during the epihydrophily in Vallisneria. So question number 47, the correct answer is 1. Question number 48, in maize the nucleus in the cell of its stem contains 20 chromosomes. Then arrange the following in descending order according to the chromosome number in maize. options. 1. Alluron layer. 2. Total number of chromosomes in the 3 antipodals and 2 synergids of a monosporic embryo sac. 3. Secondary nucleus of female gametophyte. 4. Egg nucleus. So let's come to the first one, that is alluron layer. Okay, here in the question it is related to the maize plant. In maize, its diploid number of chromosomes is 20. Alluron layer is triploid in condition, so it will be 30. That is 3 genomes are present. Each genome contains 10 chromosomes, so that the total number of chromosomes present in each cell of alluron layer cell is 30. Second one is total number of chromosomes in 3 antipodals. Each antipodal is haploid in condition, so that 3 antipodals, each of them is haploid, so that means 3 into n, that is 30 chromosomes, and along with that 2 synergids which are developing from monosporic embryo sac. So each synergid is also haploid in condition, so as 2 synergids are there, so it will be 20. So 20 plus 30, it is coming to 50 for second option. Third one, secondary nucleus of female gametophyte. So secondary nucleus, we know that secondary nucleus is diploid in condition, so 2n is equals to 20. Fourth one, egg cells or egg nucleus. Egg nucleus is haploid in condition, that is 10. So from this we have to arrange the structures based on the number of chromosomes in a descending order. Descending order means from highest to the least number. Highest are present in the second one, that is 50 chromosomes are there. Next one, 1, that is alluron layer, that is 30 chromosomes. Next 3, that is secondary nucleus with 20 chromosomes, and next one is 4, egg nucleus with 10 chromosomes. So in the given options, second one is correct, that is 2, 1, 3 and 4. Question number 48, the correct answer is 2. Question number 49, arrange the following events of sexual reproduction in the sequence of their occurrence. Options: 1. Gamete transfer, 2. Zygote formation, 3. Embryogenesis, 4. Gametogenesis. Okay, here in angiosperms, here sexual reproduction is a process where many changes are taking place. Out of the given options, the first one is the gametogenesis, that is the formation of the gametes. So first it is gametogenesis, formation of male gametes and the female gametes. And after the formation of the gametes, that is the transfer of gametes, it should be taken, that is transfer of male gametes to the female structures, that is 1, gamete transfer. Next, coming to here, after the transfer of gametes, what happens is a male gamete will fuse with the female gamete to form into zygote as a result of a syngamy process. So zygote formation. Then after zygote formation, as a result of fertilization or post-fertilization change, the zygote will be converted into embryo, and the formation of embryo is called as embryogenesis. So correct sequence is 4, 1, 2 and 3. Question number 49, the correct answer is 1. Question number 50, study the following statements. 1. Development of spore cells in anther. 2. Formation of microsporogenous tissue. 3. Meiotic division of mother cells of microspores. 4. Releasing of spores from anther. Identify the correct sequential order during microsporogenesis. So from the given 4 statements, we can say that the first change which is taking place is the formation of microsporogenous tissue. What do you mean by the formation of microsporogenous tissue? Means the formation of the cells which are giving rise to the microspore mother cells. That means the formation of the microsporogenous tissue is the first option. Then coming to the sporogenous tissue which is formed will undergo mitosis to form into microspore mother cells. these microspore mother cells will undergo meiotic division to form into tetrad of microspores. We can say these microspore mother cells as mother cells of microspores also. So that from the given options, next one will be the 3. Then after the formation of the spores, or we can say that when microspore mother cell is undergoing division or meiotic division, it is giving rise to the spores. So what are the spores? Means the microspores, or we can say the development of microspores inside the anther. So the next option should be 1. And after that what happens is, the spores which are formed, or we can say the pollen grains which are present inside the anther, will be liberated from the anther due to dehiscence of the anther wall. So it is releasing of spores from the anther. So these are the 4 changes which are taking place during the process of microsporogenesis. So the correct answer, question number 50, the correct answer is 1. Question number 51, identify the increasing order of the following. 1. Number of pollen sacs in an anther lobe. 2. Number of anther lobes in an anther of hibiscus. 3. Number of pollen chambers in an diathecous anther. 4. Minimum number of layers in an anther wall at maturity. So here we have to identify the correct increasing order. Okay. In this let's come to 1. Here number of pollen sacs in an anther lobe. So here it is a character related to diathecous anther, because they haven't specified whether it is monothecous or diathecous, or we can say there is no need of thinking about monothecous or diathecous here, because one anther lobe contains 2 pollen sacs, whether it is a monothecous or diathecous. The second one is number of anther lobes in an anther of hibiscus. Hibiscus is a one which is monothecous in nature. So here number of anther lobes in stamen of hibiscus will be 1. Then number of pollen chambers in a diathecous anther. Diathecous anther means the anther contains 2 anther lobes and each anther lobe contains 2 pollen sacs. So the total number will be 4. Then minimum number of layers in an anther wall at maturity. Actually in a young anther the number of minimum number of layers will be 4. Minimum number of layers will be 4, but here the number of layers will be 3. Why it is 3 means the tapetum is completely consumed by the developing pollen grains. So excluding the tapetum, that if you count the remaining number of layers, that is 1 epidermis, 1 layer of endothecium and 1 layer of middle layers. So Roman number 4 is 3. So if we see the correct increasing order, so that is 2, 1, 4 and 3. Question number 51, the correct answer is 1. Question number 52, arrange the following structures in ascending order on the basis of minimum number of meiotic divisions required for their formation. 1. 120 antipodals. 2. 60 synergids. 3. 25 egg cells. 4. 50 embryo sacs. Okay, here it is related to the structures which are present in the embryo sac. As we know that one megaspore mother cell will undergo one meiosis to form into tetrad of megaspores, and each megaspore, out of this one we know that 3 are degenerated, only one functional megaspore will be left. So this one functional megaspore will undergo 7 mitotic divisions to form into one embryo sac, and this one embryo sac will contain 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, 3 antipodals and 1 central cell or secondary nucleus. So in the given question it is related to the structures of embryo sac. Okay, the first one is a 120 antipodals. To produce 3 antipodals we require 1 meiosis. So here to produce 120 antipodals, the number of meiotic division, that means here 3 antipodals by 1 meiosis. So 120 antipodals by how much? 120 into 1 by 3. It comes to 40. 40 meiotic divisions are required for that one. Second one, 60 synergids. 2 synergids are resulted because of one meiosis. 2 synergids because of one meiosis. So to produce 60 synergids, how many? 60 into 2 by, so 60 into 1 by 2, it comes to 30. That is the meiotic divisions that are required to produce 60 synergids is 30. 3. 25 egg cells. Okay, here 25 egg cells means we know that one egg cell is formed as a result of one meiosis, such that 25 egg cells are formed as a result of 25 meiotic divisions. Fourth one is 50 embryo sacs. One embryo sac is formed as a result of one meiosis. So 50 embryo sacs are formed as a result of 50 meiotic divisions. Now let's arrange these structures based on the number of meiotic divisions that are required to produce in ascending order. Ascending means from the least number to highest number. Least number is Roman number 3, which is 25 meiotic divisions. Next one is 30 meiotic divisions, that is 2. Next coming to 1, which is 40 meiotic divisions, and fourth one is with 50 meiotic divisions. So question number 52, the correct answer is 1. Question number 53, xenogamy is 1. A type of true cross-pollination. 2. A type of natural hybridization. 3. Causes more genetic variations than geitonogamy. 4. It occurs only in monoecious plants. Okay, here the correct answers related to this one is 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 1, 2 and 3, 3, 2 and 3, 4, 3 and 4. So let's come to the question, that is xenogamy. Xenogamy is a process where two flowers which are participating, which are present on different plants belonging to the same species. That means this is considered to be the true cross-pollination process. So Roman number 1 is correct related to xenogamy. Then coming to 2, it's a type of natural hybridization. So it is not induced by the human beings, so that it's a type of natural hybridization where different plants belonging to the same species are participating in the process. So 2 is also correct. Then whenever there is a process chance of hybridization, there is equal chance of genetic variations. That's the reason why here genetic variations are more when compared to geitonogamy. Why it is more when compared to geitonogamy means, in geitonogamy the flowers present on same plant are participating in cross pollination, whereas in xenogamy the flowers present on different plants are participating in cross pollination. So as the flowers of different plants are participating, the genetic variability will be more when compared to the geitonogamy condition. So 3 is also correct. When it is coming to 4, it occurs only in monoecious plants. What are monoecious plants means? The plants in which the two types of flowers, that is male flowers and female flowers, are present on the same plant. If that is a condition, there is no chance for xenogamy. So 4 is incorrect. So that from the given options we can say that second option with 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Question number 54. Unique features that occur in the embryo sac of angiospermic plant are options 1. Siphonogamy, 2. Triple fusion, 3. Double fertilization, 4. Zoidogamy. Okay, from the given options we can say that siphonogamy is present in angiosperms, but the same character, that siphonogamy is present in other group of plants also, that is in gymnosperms. That's the reason why we should not consider that as a unique feature of angiosperms. So 1 is not a unique feature of angiosperms. Then coming to triple fusion. Triple fusion is a part of double fertilization where syngamy and triple fusion are taking part. So this is the only process, taking place in the this is a process which is taking place only in the angiosperms. So triple fusion is correct. Then third one is double fertilization. Double fertilization is a process where 2 times of fertilization is taking place. This is a character which is present only in angiosperms but not in any type of plants on this world or on this earth. So that 3 is also correct. Fourth one, zoidogamy. Zoidogamy means a formation of motile male gametes. Actually, angiosperms does not exhibit this character at all. So there is no need of discussing relating the character to angiosperms. So this is also incorrect. So the correct unique characters related to angiosperms are 2 and 3. Question number 54, the correct answer is 3. Question number 55, arrange the following stages of microspore maturing into a pollen grain in a correct sequence. Here it's a diagram related question. So in the diagrammatic part, so it is given as 1 with this type of diagram. This is 1 and 2, which is having this type of representation here. Three, and 4. Okay, in this, these are the 4 different stages present in the development of microspore or maturing stages of the microspore. In the given options, so if you see the diagram number 2, in this one, this is exine wall, the intine wall, and inside which a pollen grain which is having the plasma membrane along with the centrally placed nucleus and the cytoplasmic content. That means the microspore will be initially appearing to be in this form. And next coming to 4, that is gradually the formation of the vacuoles can be seen here. So this is the next one. So first one will be 2, then the change will be 4. Then coming to the diagram number 3. So here can you see in this diagram the chromosomes are dividing with the help of asymmetric spindles. That means after this stage the nucleus start dividing with the help of asymmetric spindles. So then it will be Roman number 3. And as a result of division, 2 cells are formed. One is a smaller one called as a generative cell, and other one is called as a vegetative cell. So now it is a 2-celled microspore or partially developed male gametophyte. So next stage will be 1. So the correct stages, sequence of stages during the maturation of the pollen grain are 2, 4, 3 and 1. So question number 55, the correct answer is 3. Question number 56, study the following. Here 3 columns are given in each option. First one, orthotrophous ovule, straight ovule, polygonum. Second one, anatrophous ovule, 180 degrees of curvature, helianthus. Third one, camphylotrophous ovule, curved embryo sac and sunflower. Fourth one, polyembryony, nucellar cells protrude and form embryos, banana. So we have to identify the example or the options which are having the correct in all the 3 columns that have been given in the options. So let's come to first one, that is orthotrophous ovule, straight ovule and polygonum. In polygonum, so the ovule is a straight ovule. That means this is a diagrammatic representation of the ovule in the polygonum, where so this is a micropyle, this is a chalaza and this is funiculus. The micropyle, chalaza and funiculus, all the 3 are present on the straight vertical line. So we call this as a straight ovule or orthotrophous ovule. The best example is polygonum. So in the first one, all the 3 are correct. Second one, anatropous ovule. The ovule which is showing a 180 degrees of curvature like this. This is called as a anatropous ovule, in which this is funicle, micropyle and chalaza. So here the degree of curvature is 180 degrees, and we call this type of ovule is anatropous ovule, which can be seen in all Asteraceae family members. Here the example that have been given is Helianthus. Yes, that is sunflower is a member of Asteraceae which is exhibiting anatropous type of ovule. So that is also correct. Third one, campylotropous ovule, curved embryo sac and sunflower. Campylotropous ovule is having the curved embryo sac. That is correct. That is a slightly curved nature will be there, but the example that have been given is sunflower is incorrect. So third one is wrong. Fourth one, polyembryony, nucellar cells protruding and form embryos. Example is banana. Actually here the nucellar cells which are protruding into form into multiple embryos, that is polyembryonic condition is present in mango and citrus but not in banana. So in that fourth option, banana is a wrong one. So fourth one is wrong. So question number 56, the correct answer is 3. Question number 57, study the following. 1. Two-celled pollen grain, vegetative cell, generative cell. 2. Egg apparatus, synergids, antipodals. 3. Central cell, polar nuclei, secondary nucleus. 4. Three-celled pollen, generative cell, female gamete. So from this we have to identify the incorrect combinations. Let's come to first one. Two-celled pollen grain. Two-celled pollen grain contains two cells in it. Those are called as vegetative cell and the generative cell. That means the first option is correct. Second one, egg apparatus, synergids and antipodals. Inside the embryo sac, egg apparatus is present towards the micropylar region which contains 3 cells. Out of the 3 cells, the central large cell is called as egg cell, and on either side 2 synergids are present. That means it contains 2 types of cells, that is 1 egg cell and 2 synergids, but in the given option that is synergids and antipodals are given. So antipodals is incorrect. Then central cell, polar nuclei and secondary nucleus. So central cell is formed as a result of fusion of the upper polar nucleus and lower polar nucleus. That is polar nuclei had been given, so that is correct. And gradually when the polar nuclei are completely fused with each other, it is resulting into a diploid structure called as secondary nucleus. So all the 3 that have been given in the option number 3 are correct. Then 4. Three-celled pollen grain, generative cell, female gamete. Okay, here we know that pollen grain, first it will divide to form 2 cells, vegetative cell and the generative cell, and this generative cell will further divide to form 2 male gametes. That means it should contain, the 3-celled pollen grain should contain 1 vegetative cell and 2 male gametes, but here it is given as female gametes, so that is incorrect. So from the given options, 1 and 3 are correct and 2 and 4 are incorrect. So in the question they are asking which of the 2 are incorrect. So that question number 57, the correct answer is 1. Question number 58, study the following. 1. Syngamy, zygote, embryo. 2. Triple fission, PEN, perisperm. 3. Apomixis, seeds without fertilization. 4. Parthenocarpy, seeds with fertilization. From this we have to identify the correct combinations. Let's come to Roman number 1. Syngamy, zygote, embryo. So as a result of syngamy, it gives rise to zygote, and zygote will form into embryo. So this is correct. The second one, triple fission, PEN, perisperm. Actually as a result of triple fission, primary endosperm nucleus is formed. That is correct. That primary endosperm nucleus should convert into endosperm, but it is given as perisperm. That is incorrect. Then Apomixis, seeds without fertilization. Apomixis is a method of asexual reproduction where the diploid egg cell will be converted into seeds. That means the seeds are formed without fertilization. So that is correct. Fourth one, parthenocarpy, seeds with fertilization. Parthenocarpy is a method where the fruits are formed as a result of without fertilization, and the seeds are absent inside them. So in the given option, that is incorrect. So from this one, 1 and 3 are correct options. So question number 58, the correct answer is 1. Study the following table. Here the 3 columns have been given. First column is plant, second column is type of controversy, third one is favors. Okay, in the first option, that is plant, 1 solanum, type of controversy dichogamy, favors allogamy. 2 plant Vallisneria, type of controversy dicliny, favors geitonogamy. 3 plant Abutilon, type of controversy self sterility, favors orthogamy. Plant Roman number 4 gloriosa, type of controversy hercogamy, favors allogamy. So which of the above 2 combinations are correct? Let's see. Here Roman number 1, that is plant name is solanum, type of controversy is dichogamy, and it is favoring allogamy process. So here that is correct because solanum, which is exhibiting protogyny condition. Protogyny is a part of dichogamy which is promoting cross pollination or allogamy condition. So 1 is correct. In the second one, Vallisneria, dicliny and geitonogamy. Vallisneria is a dioecious plant which is producing unisexual flowers. That means here it is exhibiting dicliny, and as dicliny is there is no chance for geitonogamy at all. It is showing xenogamy condition. So it is incorrect. 3 Abutilon, self sterility and orthogamy. Okay, Abutilon is showing self sterility, but this self sterility is promoting cross pollination or allogamy but not autogamy. So that is incorrect. Then gloriosa, hercogamy and allogamy. In gloriosa, the bisexual flower contains both androecium and gynoecium which are directed in opposite manner, or androecium and gynoecium are present in opposite directions, that is promoting allogamy or cross pollination process. So that is correct. So from this one, 1 and 4 are correct combinations in the given tables. So question number 59, the correct answer is 1. Question number 60, study the following table. So here 3 columns have been given. One is structure, second one time of formation, third one is ploidy. So in that one, first embryo after fertilization, ploidy is 3n. Second one, perisperm before fertilization, ploidy is 2n. 3 zygote after fertilization, ploidy is 4n. Fourth, endosperm of gymnosperms after fertilization, ploidy is 3n. The correct combinations are, let's come to first one, that is embryo after fertilization and triploid. Actually here the embryo is formed after fertilization is correct, but it is diploid in condition, not triploid in condition, so that is incorrect. Second one, perisperm before fertilization, it is diploid in condition. Of course, perisperm is a structure which is formed before fertilization, so that is correct, and it is diploid in condition. Okay. Then zygote after fertilization and ploidy is 4n. Zygote is formed as a result of fertilization, okay, but it is diploid in condition generally, but not tetraploid in condition, so that is incorrect. Then coming to endosperm of gymnosperms. In gymnosperms, the endosperm is formed before fertilization and it is considered to be the pre-fertilization product, and as it is a pre-fertilization product, it will be haploid in condition, so that is incorrect. So from the given options, only 2 is correct. Question number 60, correct answer is 3. Question number 61, identify the correct sequence of cells and the type of cell division in a microsporangium. First one, sporogenous cell, meiosis, spore mother cells, meiosis, spores, mitosis, gametes. Second option, archisporial cell, meiosis, spore mother cells, mitosis, spore mother cell, mitosis, spores. Third option, spore mother cells, meiosis, sporogenous cells, meiosis, spores, mitosis, gametes. Fourth option, sporogenous cells, mitosis, spore mother cell, meiosis, spores, mitosis, gametes. So here 4 different options have been given. Actually what is happening inside the microsporangium is, so the cells which are called as the sporogenous cells, these sporogenous cells will undergo mitosis actually, and they will form into microspore mother cells. These are diploid, and these are also resulting into diploid structures. These microspore mother cells, they will undergo meiosis to form into tetrad of microspores. Tetrad of microspores. That means here we can call this as a spores also, which are haploid in condition. And these spores which have been formed will undergo further mitosis to form into male gametes. So these are the sequence of changes which are taking place inside a microsporangium. Now let us see which of the following options are exactly suiting to the changes which I had explained here. So in that, if you see the third option, spore mother cell mitosis, spore mother cell mitosis. The fourth option, the spore mother cell mitosis, giving rise to the microspore mother cell. Otherwise there it is given as a spore mother cell. So that is also correct. Then it undergoes meiosis to form the tetrad of microspores, or we said that it's a spores. In the given option it is as spores, and the mitosis is resulting into gametes. So question number 61, the correct answer is 4. Question number 62, identify the floral characters found in anemophilous flowers. 1. Pollen grains are light in weight. 2. Pollen grains are sticky. 3. Flowers possess well exposed stamens. 4. Large feathery stigmas. 5. Single ovule in each ovary, and numerous flowers packed into inflorescence. We have to identify the correct answers related to the anemophilous flowers. Anemophilous flowers means the flowers which are participating in pollination by winds is called as anemophilous flowers, and the type of pollination is called as anemophily. As the pollen grains are carried by air, they should be light in weight, and they should be non-sticky. That means they should not stick to any structures. Then they are present in a structure where the sex organs are very much exposed to the environment. That is, both the stigmas and the anthers should be exposed. Why? Because when the anthers are exposed, the wind which is touching that pollen grains or touching that anthers will carry all the pollen grains, and the stigma should be exposed, that whenever the pollen grains are moving in the air, if the stigmas are very much exposed in the air, the pollen grain will stick to the stigmas, and the pollination will be carried on. And one more thing, that more number of flowers should be there, they should be packed in a inflorescence, because more the number of flowers, more the chance of pollination here. So based on these characters, we can say that in the second option, the pollen grains are sticky had been given. So that is a wrong option related to the anemophilous flowers. So option 1, 3, 4 and 5 are correct. So question number 62, the correct answer is 4. Question number 63, heterosporous condition is most common in options: angiosperms, gymnosperms, thallophytes, bryophytes. So heterosporous condition means formation of different types of spores which are leading to the formation of male gametophyte and the female gametophyte. So this type of character is present in higher plants, and this character will start in pteridophytes. So it is completely present in gymnosperms and angiosperms. So from the given options, we can say that heterosporous condition is most commonly present in angiosperms and gymnosperms. So question number 63, the correct answer is 1. Question number 64, study the following statements. 1. Geitonogamy and autogamy are not possible in dioecious plants. 2. All cleistogamous flowers need not be closed flowers. 3. Only one flower is sufficient for xenogamy. 4. Geitonogamy is not possible in monoecious plants. The incorrect statements are, let's come to 1. Here dioecious plants means the plants which are having only one type of flowers, that is either male flowers or female flowers. So when you are talking about geitonogamy, the pollination which is taking place between two flowers which are present on the same plant. So dioecious plant, there is no chance of that condition. Autogamy, the minimum requirement for autogamy is bisexual flower. So that is also not possible in dioecious plant. Second, all cleistogamous flowers need not be closed flowers. Actually here when you are saying cleistogamous, the flowers are always closed or they never open. 3. Only one flower is sufficient for xenogamy. Xenogamy is a condition where two plants should be required. That is the flower which is present on one plant and the flower present on another plant will participate in the pollination process. Then fourth one, geitonogamy is not possible in monoecious plant. Monoecious plant means the plant which is having both type of flowers, that is male flowers are present and the female flowers are present. So geitonogamy is a process where this condition is applicable. So that the incorrect one is except 1. Question number 64, the correct answer is 3. Question number 65, study the following statements. 1. The pollen grains are transferred from one flower to another flower of another plant of the same species, geitonogamy. 2. The pollen grains are transferred from one flower to another flower on the same plant, geitonogamy. 3. The pollen grains of the male flowers are transferred to the stigma of female flowers, pollination. 4. The pollen grains of one flower are transferred to the stigma of same flower, allogamy. Identify the correct statements. Okay, from the given statements, let's come to the first one. That is, the pollen grains are transferred from one flower to the other flower of another plant of the same species. Here it is talking about the two plants which are participating, that is xenogamy but not geitonogamy. So that is wrong. Second one, the pollen grains are transferred from one flower to another flower on the same plant, that is geitonogamy. So that is correct. Third one, pollen grains of male flowers are transferred to the stigma of the female flowers. So this is talking about the method of transfer, that is pollination. So that is correct. Then the pollen grains of one flower are transferred to the stigma of the same flower. When it is related to the same flower, it is autogamy or self-pollination, but there it is given as allogamy, that is incorrect. So from the given statements, 2 and 3 are correct and 1 and 4 are incorrect. So question number 65, the correct answer is 2. Question number 66, for the occurrence of autogamy in bisexual flowers, which opens and exposes the anthers and stigmas, requires 1. Synchrony in pollen release and stigma receptivity. 2. Anthers and stigmas should lie close to each other. 3. Type of pollinating agent. 4. Both 1 and 2. Okay. In the given question, it is about the autogamy which is taking place in a bisexual flower. So what are the primary conditions that are required for autogamy in a bisexual flower means? So that means first one is both the sex organs, that is the andrecium and gynoecium, or the pollen grains which are released by the stamens, and the pollen grains, the time of receiving of the pollen grains by the stigma should be same, that is synchrony should be maintained between the pollen release and the receptivity by the stigma. So that is correct. Then anthers and stigma should lie close to each other. So there is one more condition, that there should be some way that they are very much near to one another. So there is an easy transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigmas. So that is also correct. Third one, type of pollinating agent. When it is autogamy condition, there is no need of any pollinating agent. So no need of any structure which is helping in the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma. So that is incorrect. And fourth one, 1 and 2 are correct. So that of course, as we said that first option, second option are very much related to the autogamy. So the fourth option is correct. Question number 66, the correct answer is 4. Question number 67, assertion. Seeds of Arachis hypogea are non-endospermic. Reason, endosperm is not formed in the seeds of this plant. Okay, in the assertion statement, seeds of Arachis hypoxia are non-endospermic. The meaning of non-endospermic is the endosperm is formed as a result of double fertilization or triple fission, but that endosperm is completely consumed by the developing embryo by the time the seed ripens. So such a condition is called as non-endospermic condition, and of course Arachis shows that character, that is seeds are non-endospermic in their nature. That means statement that have been given in assertion is correct. Reason: endosperm is not formed in the seeds of this plant. This statement is incorrect because already I said that endosperm is formed as a result of triple fission, but that endosperm is completely consumed by the embryo by the time the seed ripens. So reason statement is incorrect. A is true or is false. Question number 67, the correct answer is 3. Question number 68, in all angiosperms the zygote is options: 1 meiospore, 2 meiocyte, 3 mitocyte, 4 all. Zygote is a structure which is formed as a result of fusion between male gamete and a female gamete, and this zygote will undergo further divisions to form into embryo. And in angiosperms, the zygote will undergo division called as mitotic division. Mitotic division, and any cell which is undergoing mitosis is called as mitocyte. Mitocyte. So in the given options, mitocyte is a correct one. Question number 68, correct answer is 3. Question number 69, scutellum is options: 1 embryonic leaf, 2 cotyledon, 3 stem primordium, 4 both 1 and 2. Okay, here scutellum is a cotyledon of monocotyledonous seeds. Why it is so called means actually in monocotyledonous seeds the food materials are stored inside the endosperm, whereas cotyledons are thin, hard and peppery in their nature. So because of that shield like nature, it is called as scutellum. So that from the given options we can say that scutellum is called as cotyledon but not embryonic leaf or stem primordium. So question number 69, the correct answer is 2. Question number 70, a fruit is an adaptation for options: 1 providing food for other plants, 2 nourishing the seed, 3 nourishing the future seedling, 4 dispersal of seeds. Okay, here fruit is a structure which is enclosing seeds inside it. Okay, or we can say that fruit wall that is present that may disintegrate to liberate the seeds and helping the dispersal of the seeds, or if it is a dry fruit, the dehiscent nature will be there, that is the fruit wall will break and liberate the seeds or dispersal of the seeds. So that means the fruit is adaptation for dispersal of the seeds. So question number 70, the correct answer is 4. Question number 71, smallest seeds are present in options: 1 dicots, 2 orchids, 3 monocots, 4 both 2 and 3. Okay, in the entire plant kingdom, particularly when you talk about angiospermic plants, the smallest seeds are present in orchids. So whose weight is very less and the size is also of very small in size. And these are the plants with the highest number of seeds which are produced from the fruit. So smallest seeds are present in orchids. Question number 71, the correct answer is 2. Question number 72, the weight of double coconut present in Lodesia maldivia is options: 1 0.85 micrograms, 2 18 grams, 3 18 kg, 4 18 milligrams. Okay, here the Lodesia maldivia have one special feature, that is this is a plant with the largest sized seeds in plants, which is measuring about a size of double coconut, and it is having a circumference of 90 centimeters and it is weighing about 18 kg. So question number 72, the correct answer is 3.